This audio is best experienced with headphones. Hello there, stranger. Welcome back to my little corner of the internet. I am the Laughing Rook, and as always, it is a pleasure to have you. Today's tale is drawn from the author's own true life experience. So take a seat. Join me by the fire. Written by Reddit user BioMessy, our story today, Did I Watch a Mass Exorcism? I've always had trouble believing anything. And at the same time, I've always tried to make myself believe, because that's what people do. When I was a child, I saw everyone being afraid of ghosts and demons, going to church, praying, finding relief in religion. So I did the same. I mimicked the gestures and repeated the words, but never believed anything for real. It bothered me a lot that faith seemed to be so important, and I couldn't have it. When I was 14, my mother joined a Protestant church. She took me along once, and it was very fun. They played a lot of songs, and there were plenty of teens my age. The pastor had heard of my lack of religion from my mother, so he invited me to their summer camp. We had no money at the time, and my mother told him we couldn't pay, so he said, he'll go for free. It's going to be good for him. I saw the pictures of the place. A big farm with 2 pools, a football camp, over 300 teens from 11 to 17, food, nice beds, 5 days of fun. Sign me up. It was really fun. When I got there, the place was just as nice as it looked. Lots of other teens came to talk to me because I was new, and they quickly found out I had no religion. They weren't shocked. They were thrilled with the idea to tell me about their faith. I found myself in good company. There were a few things bothering me, of course. First, we had to wake up at 5 a.m. because the first Mass was at 6. Each Mass lasted around 2.5 hours, so sleepy me had to endure all that for a long time. But then we had the entire day free, and we went exploring, playing, swimming. The food was great, and everyone was nice. Then at the end of the day, another 2.5 hours Mass going as late as midnight. And there were the demon exorcisms. How does that work in the US, or whatever you are? Over here, Protestantism has a lot of those. It's nothing like Catholic exorcism. It happens more as a routine. Every Mass has a few. I never bought into it, of course. Either actors or people being manipulated to believe. In this camp, every Mass, either in the morning or at night, had at least one. It never truly bothered me that much, nor the tongue-speaking thing, which sounded quite weird to me. We were told that in the last day we'd have a vigil. Not sure if it means the same for you. Basically, they'd light up a big bonfire, and people would gather around it at night to pray together. Before that, the last Mass. We had a little theatre, organized by the teens. It was a scene where a couple were getting married and the time stops. The little angel and a demon start trying to convince the couples to stop or continue the wedding. The demon tells the man that she's not worth his time. The angel says otherwise, and so it continues. The demon, realizing he's not being convincing enough, says he has to call for help, so he invokes a higher demon. Really nicely played, by the way. A striptease song plays and a girl in a red dress enters the church dancing, and their convincing battle continues with a higher demon now. At some point, the angel is winning again, and the actor says, "Go away, demon." And with that, with a theatre, a scene played by 15-year-olds, around 30 people in the church just fall down and start convulsing. One of them was near me. They were foaming from the mouth, their eyes white, their muscles twitching, nothing close from the demon exorcism they had done in the past days. I look around to see how the others were reacting. Some of the teens had been to this camp over 4 times, and I saw fear in each of them. This is when I realized this was not normal, not even for them. In the corners of the church, the pastor and all the adults were rushing to each convulsing teen. The number of sick people outnumbered the adults by far. They started screaming in pain. The theater actors were frozen still in their place, one of them crying. The girl I had walked with the whole time had closed her eyes and was praying non-stop. Even then, I was skeptic this was all a setup, but regardless, the screams are so agonizing that I just couldn't avoid being sort of paralyzed. One of the adults started asking people to leave the church. He was guiding everyone and telling us not to look. The pastor and the other adults were carrying the affected teens out through another door, and they had a hard time holding them to do so. They were taking them to the football field, while we were guided to the bonfire. This image never left my mind. I was 14 then, and I'm 28 now. We were walking through the side of the football field to the bonfire. It was clearly midnight, in the middle of nowhere, with hills around the place. Some of the sick teens were already lying or on their knees in the central area in the field. We could hear their screams perfectly in the night. The lights of the field were clear. They were convulsing in weird ways on the grass. The adults were in a circle around them, praying loudly. I asked someone if this had ever happened. The person was crying, saying no, they had never experienced this. In the bonfire, we could still hear it. Damn, I can still hear it 14 years later. People started to pray and cry for them. After over an hour, we were guided back to our rooms. The football field was empty, and there was no noise anymore. Since it was the last day, in the morning we were taken to the bus and we came home. No one explained what happened. No one talked about those children. They weren't in the bus either. I didn't return to that church, and my mother eventually stopped attending too. I'm still a skeptic today. When I think about it, I blame it on mass hysteria, brain conditioning, brainwashing. These people believed so hard in possession and the devil that a teen saying, "Go away, demon," triggered a response in all of them at the same time. This is what I believe. But still, I'm open, as I was before, to believe. If anyone knows what might have happened, please tell me. Thank you for listening to this reading. Remember to like and subscribe to see more such content suggested to you in the future. If you'd like to leave an upvote for Bio Messi's tale on the Nosleep subreddit, there is a link in the description. They would welcome any feedback or even your own experiences. If you'd like to join my Discord server and submit something to read or make a suggestion for a future video, there's a link for that too. I hope to continue to upload at least 2 videos per week here, so please stay tuned. I'm the Laughing Rook, and you've been a most welcome visitor. Until next time, friend.